Hey friends, so I'm currently watching Jay Shetty interview Priyanka Chopra Jonas on YouTube. And during this interview, they kind of came together and said something that really resonated with me. And what they said was, letting go is hard, but holding on is harder. And it just resonated within me so deep, so deep that I literally had to write it down. I picked up my journal and I had to write it down because I felt like, wow. I was like, wow, letting go is hard, but holding on is harder. When you really think about it, you're like, what? Why would holding on be harder? You shouldn't, letting go be harder, because when it comes to, things that we've kept inside for a long time, it's hard to let it go, right? It's hard to let go of old versions of you, the version that helped you survive things, the version that helped you feel safe, the version that, held on to that tension because it felt safe. Having, what is it, cortisol or the stress levels, like just being in stress felt so safe because that's how you survive, right? You survive by always doing, hardly feeling. And that's where I was for the longest time, was just holding on to this version of me that I identified as, this Brittany who was this person who did not want to be seen, who hid, who, was so afraid to let go and literally just be the most authentic version that, I could be. And I've really grown into that version, I think. But right now I feel like I'm in this like in between phase, because I'm stepping into more alignment with my purpose and my life path. At least that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm stepping closer, and just each step, every single day, it's like I'm getting closer and closer to my purpose and my path. And that's where I want to go. And so the closer I get to, aligning with my purpose, the harder it gets for me to have to log in to my 9 to 5. That's, my 9 to 5 that I still have, that is, funding my foundation to move, to become the person that I am always meant to be. And this corporate girly, this, logging into work and doing all these things, that's no longer me. That's not who I was. That was the Brittany who always did. That was the one who was like, you know what, I'll get it done. It's fine. No one else is doing it. I'll get it done. Give it to me. I'll do it. That's who I was for the longest time. I'm still that person. If you give me something, I'm going to do it, and it's going to be done right the first time. And that's a lot of pressure, right? That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself to do something right the first time. And I think that's why when I heard that line, letting go is hard, but holding on is harder, I feel like that's me holding on to my 9 to 5. And it's not necessarily holding on. I don't hate it. It's not like it's hard. Again, it's not like my 9 to 5 is automatically hard now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. It's not that. I've just outgrown the person and the version who I was, when I started this started in healthcare administration. And that's what I do for my 9 to 5. I'm in healthcare administration, and I've been in this industry for 10 years now, and I'm tired. I'm tired of no longer choosing myself. I'm tired of doing so much for other people and not doing it for me, and not allowing myself permission to live out my dreams. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach. That's just the gurgling. I'm not hungry. That's just my stomach gurgling. It does that. But, allowing myself to be authentic to who I am, allowing myself to, just looking at the viewfinder. I know I keep looking this way, but just looking at myself in the camera for the longest time was so hard. It was so hard. Like I physically, physically, visibly, physically. I don't know what kind of word that is. Anyway, we're just gonna roll with it because you know that's just what kind of content I'm making. You know, nowadays I'm just kind of rolling with it. But you know what was really funny? In my last video, you remember how I was talking about this stone, this Amazonite, and I really wanted to call it an aventurine. I really wanted to say I really wanted an aventurine, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get a green one. So I was watching a tarot reader, one of my favorites here, Nordic Light here on YouTube. And I picked a group. Of course, I love watching tarot readings. I love pick a card readings. But yes, Nordic Light here on YouTube is one of my favorite tarot readers. I feel like I resonate a lot with her. Also with Jadina. I feel like I resonate a lot with these readers on YouTube. Anyway, I picked a group. For some reason, the tiger cards remind me of like the High Priestess. I don't remember which deck it is that has the High Priestess. I picked a group, and the stone that was in the group was actually the green aventurine. I didn't even know that. When I look at a video, when I look at the title, I'm immediately drawn to a specific group. I don't really listen to the intro. I just kind of go straight to that group. And when I went to that group again, I didn't even realize it, but the stone that she had picked for that group was the green aventurine. And I was like, you know what? I feel like that's a sign. I feel like, and that was recently. And I think I posted that video a few days ago. But anyway, that was really interesting. Something funny that happened to me recently. All that to say is, I just wanted to tell you that. I just wanted to tell you that story. Because things like that happen, you know, all the time. Signs, synchronicities, you know, just license plates, you know, I'll see. Actually, recently on our Galentine's, you know, day on the 21st, my friends and I, we were on our way to go get massages, and we stopped, we were at a stoplight. And my friend in the passenger seat, you know, I tell her, I'm like, you know, I do see these things all the time. And for her to witness it firsthand was really funny. I looked down and I think it was a license plate in front of us had something, and then it was like 111. And then there was a car off to the side, and the license plate literally spelled out the word like 6. And then I think it was like a letter, like the number 6. But yes, I mean, sure, it could be coincidences, but these are things that happen to me literally every day. And I ask, you know, Spirit to send me signs and synchronicities just as confirmation that, you know, I'm on the right path and that I am aligned with, you know, my highest good, my soul's journey, that this is truly where I'm going, and I just want confirmation that I'm aligned. And so like seeing angel numbers and synchronicities and things like that helps me to remember helps me to remember that I am on the right path, and that, you know, everything happens for a reason. And again, if you've come across this video, I hope that, you know, that you stay, that we become friends, you subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. And honestly, I feel so grateful and so thankful to be here. I'm thankful that you're here, that you're watching this video. I hope that you know that you're not alone. I hope that you stay. I hope that you follow your dreams. And I hope that you remember that, yes, letting go is hard, but holding on is harder. So, you know, holding on to that version of yourself, those people, those traits, the self-sabotage, the toxicity, whatever you know that you need to let go, just let it go. Because your life will be much easier without it, I promise. Just let it go. Let it go. I think I talked about this in another video, but let it go, because holding on is so much harder. I mean, when you think about it, holding on, you know, you get blisters and calluses, and, you know, just holding on, it's no longer working for us. It's no longer working for us. We are beings of light. We are sun shines here. And I hope that this video resonated with you. I hope that you found something in here that will help you on your journey to becoming your best self. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in this world. And remember that you are amazing. You are amazing, you are loved, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.